Welcome everyone to our edition of today. And today is not depressing, but some might take it as depressing. But I look at it as helpful in that this orchid hobby is all encompassing, all addicting. So this exercise is necessary to maintain boundaries, to weed out things that aren't doing well, even if we've tried everything. There are times you just have to give it up and move on, because in reality, the rescues take up the most of our time, and in doing that, we neglect other things that don't require times, or not times, but attention, but we're just giving them less. And so, you know what I mean, we're focusing our attention in the wrong area, just too much. We want collections that are low maintenance, that don't require much of anything. I mean, you think I'm crazy when I'm sitting out here talking about I have not fertilized since February, but it's the truth. And being that it's almost August, I don't know what to say about that comment, but there are things that you, from time to time, just need to get rid of because you've coddled them enough and it's taken up that space, that valuable spot, long enough. You know, something like that needs to go because I treated it for scale and hung on to it in hopes that it would put on new growth, but it obviously isn't going to. So it's going to go down here with the rest of there's a Lacarcia down there, and here is this Phylogeny confusa that's going down there, and I'll get rid of this one too after the video. I was going to just dump it all down here and sweep it off and toss it over the fence, but I won't be so cruel, not right now. But you get my point. It is necessary, I think, just to keep things clean and make sure that you are giving proper attention equally and not wasting your valuable time on rescues. Not that rescues don't need love, but when you are trying to complete your collection and get everything to where it is, where it can grow and function on its own without you coming out day to day and checking, that's what we want. So you have to weed things out that you've coddled, and that's just part of the hobby. As painful as it is, it goes along with the many millions of plants that we kill just over the course of our hobby. So, you know, it's just required, and it's a tip. You know, everybody can do what they want, but at some point you're going to do it. And here's a couple more examples of some failures that I would say not ready to give up on. Maybe I am on this one because I just don't have enough room. And this was my last attempt at kind of growing something that was similar to a catasetum and a phayas, because I failed on both of them. Now, this was reputed to be easy, failed, whatever. I cracked myself up trying to say that. But, I mean, you would say that because of this growth coming, and I mean, I don't know whatever that is in this, that it's doing okay, but it's not to me, because it did that last year and it didn't bloom. And for a plant that I only got because it was easy, you know, don't pay attention to that scale. That's irrelevant because I don't care anymore. It's over it. So it lost its shot this spring. So whatever it's doing now, it might as well just stop because it's going away. This one, I may just set it aside, and if someone wants it, comment first. I will not, because, you know, something over here is really, could be anything, but it's just fragrant, and it feels like it's right here in my face, but there's nothing here. Okay, but back to this. I'm just going to set this over here. There. This is one that I'm not going to give up, but this is on its last shot, I tell you. Unless I find another one, because this is going to be always on my list. This is Stanfordianum, Epidendrum species. If you don't know, you should. This is not the most used in hybridization, but is one of them because of its floriferousness. It's got a fragrance. The flowers are striped in spots. Yeah, and it blooms like Walkeriana from the base, long spike that has many flowers on it and branches. But for me, this is just not doing anything. It's usually they get a dry arrest in the winter, and then they put up. You really aren't supposed to water them until you start to see the growth. They're not deciduous in that regard, but they like a little bit of a dry rest, and then the watering resumes to normal pattern when you start to see new growth or spike. This has done nothing. It looks a lot dehydrated. I don't know what to say. It has recently been repotted. I don't have the tag on it. I can't tell you when, but I know it has been recently. So we'll keep our eye on that one. Let me see if this has Stanfordianum. But you get my point. You really just have to do it, as painful as it is. And another one, I can point one out to you right now. Stanfordianum. There it is. Now, wouldn't you want that? Okay. One of my Bibles. All right, another plant that's on the chopping block is this one, and you wouldn't think so, but you can see these older canes that bloomed over the winter. They are like, I mean, they're okay, but they're not like this. The new canes are barely struggling. This has been out here the longest of all my deciduous because it just was. And it really has not done anything. So if it does not, if these growths do not pick up speed, you're gonna be over here with that one. Because I've got too many of those that are this long to be taking up space. If I part this away, there's two right here. One, and there's that one up there. So those canes, you see how big those are? Or look at these. This is a kiki. You know what? You're going over here already because you have already spent your summer. You need to spend your anybody, one or both, comment first gets it. Don't message me in Messenger, just tell me in the comment, please. Sorry. So that's two. This one is another one that may actually go because as you can see, it did bloom, but there are no new canes coming, and the ones that bloomed are turning brown. Now, that could be because of all the rain that we've had. This is a tampensis. Doesn't have a cat, but it is a tampensis. Now, I've got another tampensis that's right here. And there are no brown and canes on this one. And there are new canes coming. So I don't know what's up with that other one. Look, there's new canes coming. Roots are green. This sucker right here, you better do something, or else I might stomp on you. And the last but not least, over here, I'm gonna take these down. Actually, I'll leave it, and then I'm gonna take it down. These are totally, I've been dealing with this plant, I don't know. I haven't been dealing with it, but it just looks, I just gotta get rid of it. This is my Vita Lee. It had scale. I don't think it's salvageable. I don't. I won't squash that one. If somebody wants that, because I'm getting another one probably today. I mean, you just don't. I don't think so because it rotted. You can see the new growths rotted. And I had been struggling with this plant after it bloomed so beautifully every year. And it is a shame. But it is struggling right now and I don't have time. You see all of this? No. You gotta go. Anybody, please, before 24 hours it's going into the ditch. Right there. And this one, I'm keeping, but you can see how it has struggled. It's put up growths that have blasted. This whole side of the plant is really trying to die as well. The new growths in the past have blasted, as well as the ones down here. It was a very full plant. Yeah, it was. Richard Mueller times Sunny Delight. It is trying to put up this growth. It's got root there. I don't know what to say. I don't want to toss you. You do still have some plant left, but you know, sir, you can see, folks, how it has been a struggle for me. So I am going to put you back because you are worthy. Definitely anything with Richard Mueller is. This one is one that may actually go Cychillis. I've never really had a Cychillis be successful, but I really want to badly. But if not, I'll just have to let it go, because Cychillis used to be encyclia. They, again, like encyclias, they like a little bit of rest, and they bloom from long spikes. But I never got this to bloom. You can see the new growth. You know what? I'm done. I am done. You are out. And these are expensive, so if anybody wants it, let me know. In the meantime, I'm gonna give Mr. Encyclia another chance over here. Mr. Tampensis right here. Folks, take my word for it, you will be doing this too if you haven't started already. Unfortunately, this is not in the mix. This needs to be scaled down, if you get my drift. But this might be what I was smelling, because I moved it over here. But anyway, folks, thanks for watching. And like I said, take heed of my message. Don't spend too much time on struggling plants, because there's one new orchid that you want that you can't get because you're babying that plant. I know, we all have that. So it's better to just, it's not bad to take the time, a few years, but after that, I think it'd be time to think about it and go through your whole collection and separate the ones that are struggling and figure out if it's worth it. Because like I said, there's always something new that will be easier to grow for you, and that's the point, is getting orchids that are good for you, that are easy for you, not struggles. We don't want to struggle every day. Anyway, folks, I have rambled on enough. Thanks for watching, and enjoy your orchids. Bye.